Hello and welcome to this video. This first video actually, where I'm going to try to record some of my ICC games. So I'm just going to enter the 5-minute pool.
Game started.
Alright, I'll play d4. It's 2:30 in the morning, so my chess abilities may not be at their peak levels. I like to play the Catalan setup.
Check.
He's playing it Bogo style. In this move, I'm going to just develop as I would. I don't really know what to do against this a5 move. I'm just going to kind of develop. Develop. Develop, develop, develop. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I played this opening right, to be perfectly honest. Like, a5, he really shouldn't have gotten... I feel like he got some nice tempo out of that stuff. So is he really lifting the rook? That is an interesting strategy. I'm just going to try to take back this pawn, honestly. He's not lifting the rook, he's just moving it out of the pin. So I've seen that before. More normal though is rook a7, because then you have the potential to like offer bishop trades and stuff on the b7 square. I'm gonna play. It's too bad because he's gonna get in bishop b7 either way. Because I can't make this move, which I would normally play, because queen just takes. And there's nothing for me. So, you know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna play knight c3. Just attacking that pawn, and yeah, I mean, e4. I'm trying to get comp for the pawn that I lost. My 5-minute rating has really been tanking lately. I've taken a lot of losses. It's too bad. Been mouse slipping recently. It is what it is. I don't know about that. Maybe it's good. Maybe it is. I mean, I have to move very quickly because otherwise I'm just gonna lose on time. Done it before. I'll do it again. Just lost on time. Yeah, it seems good. He's got the rook on f8 that he's gonna end up hitting. I'll try to jump into c5 if I can. He's probably not gonna let me. He's gonna do this first. Then this pawn hangs. If he does this and I move the rook, well, I can move the rook to defend the pawn, so that when he takes and queen takes, the pawn doesn't hang. So that's probably what I'll do. Alright, this might not be so bad for me. I'm just trying to maintain my, my center here. Alright, I got this move in. He's going to move there, which is perfectly, makes a lot of sense. I want to move here, just threatening to like take on c4, but then this pawn becomes loose. I'm gonna prep that. I'm gonna move rook e1. I want to get that rook out of the bishop discoveries anyway. Yeah, I figured this was coming. It doesn't mean I have a good response to it though. Let's make this move here. I really don't know about this entire game. Like he's kept his extra pawn. I'm gonna take there. Like I don't know how to evaluate these types of that whole little exchange that we just went through. I don't really know how to evaluate, but I won back the pawn at least. So now materials even, unless I'm missing a tactical thing. Like rook there. Does that? Yeah. So that's what he played. I figure I can probably go here, and that's probably good. Like that knight on d6 is really killer. I'm hitting the bishop too, in case I ever want to trade that off. Right now, the knight is better than the bishop, so I don't want to leave that knight there. He's resigning. No, he just disconnects and forfeits. Alright, well that's too bad. I wanted to see how this was going to go. Okay, I wanted to come back to the opening, revisit this a5 move. So the computer is just telling me to keep developing. Now the computer is obviously not an opening book. In fact, openings are not its forte, but alright, you know, this would have been better. Queen c2. I was figuring queen c2 and then bishop takes bishop, but then the knight can just take, and that's fine. For some reason I was thinking I would want to take with my queen, because the queen normally retakes when the bishop takes bishop. So queen c2 would have been fine, so would have e3. I hit the bishop, which is probably, it's definitely not necessary. Takes, just, I should take with my knight. That's what there is. Like, I just need to attack this pawn right away, which I don't do. And here I need to do this right away. I'm trying to win back the pawn the wrong way. Knight e5 just wins back it cleanly. Queen c2 runs into this, and then you can hit it with a4, which I didn't do. But if you do it with a4, c6, just reinforce. Knight develops. This is very typical Catalan stuff. The hit with a4, just like smooth, normalish development. This is what I mean when this rook move is weird. Like the computer wants to move it back to a7 for whatever reason. That's strange. Now it isn't wanting to do that. It's wanting to hit my knight. My knight goes here, takes. Now the computer is actually favoring me. So this is typical Catalan stuff. Like often black keeps the pawn on the queen side for a significant period, but then just doesn't, like, it doesn't really carry through. So here, this is a bad move. I thought it was bad, and I was right. So I don't need to trade rooks. Why am I bringing his rook to a good position? Now he's good again. He can push here and then push c3. Yeah, the combination of b3 and c3. Or just taking here first, but like if I defend here, if I go here, then just c3. The combination of those two moves is very brutal. He's going to win some material. So why do I need to do this? I don't. But now it's good for me again. It's better than it was before, at least. Yeah, bishop f1 is the better way of going about threatening that pawn, I suppose. Yeah, again, queen there. That's a great centralizing move for the queen. It's hitting like all three of my pawns. Two of which are well defended, of course, but yeah, that's a strong move that he missed. Just trying to immediately win back that c5 pawn. Yeah, at this point, he missed knight d6. I can only presume, but it's like it's more bark than bite. Like the game's a draw. I can like really enforce this knight, but like these pawns are a bit overextended, just like this pawn of his. Like we both have pawns that could drop off. Let's just play out the computer line for a bit to see what might have occurred.
Check.
That's interesting. Okay, that little move here. Very computery line here. So that whole tactical exchange, the material even. Taking the b pawn, takes here, takes here. Material's still even. It's saying I have about a half a pawn advantage, but material's still even. This just looks like a drawish. I mean, like basically a draw if I can't come up with anything astounding. Like I have the winning chances in this endgame because of
check.
The isolated pawn, but that's really not saying much. So at this point, I feel comfortable calling this a draw. Draw endgame. Obviously, there are a lot of moves between our ending position and that endgame, so and we would not have played the perfect computer moves, but just an idea of what might have happened. Yeah. Doesn't even like knight d6. That's interesting to note. I thought for sure we'd like knight d6. I mean, my knight's attacked. Turns out you can insert the back rank threat. Forces him to do some. Well, no, this is a double purpose move because it defends the back rank threat and also defends knight d6. So then you pin that. Block here. Trade. And you're again getting ready for knight d6. But here it's much better because this guy is a nice thing to have, definitely in an endgame. That protected passed pawn, never underestimate a protected passed pawn. I mean, in this case, it's probably nothing dire because I don't know, but see the evaluation is going up in this position. It's consistently going up. It's started at like plus 7, now it's at plus 2. It's the protected passed pawn.
Check.
Now it's like plus 3. Yeah, this is an interesting position when that protected passed pawn.
Check.
Probably wins the game. Now it's at plus 4. I'm just going to carry through this endgame because it's really interesting to see. So, what if this move here? So, it wants this move and then takes the pawn, but like, what if here? Well, just move towards it. Now the pawn can advance. And the king's going to mosey on over. Now it's just kind of waffling, and then eventually this move. Okay, so that's why that doesn't work. So this pawn can't really advance as long as this king's hanging out here, because the king's going to pop on over, and the bishop's going to come assassinate the pawn. And then it'll be a one king and pawn game. So the computer wants to go through this line and give up a pawn. Get the bishop out of there, though, at least for the moment. And now it's kind of waffling. Now it wants to advance the pawn. Push it again. Takes. This is just one. So the merit of this protected pass pawn, I don't have to do anything to defend it. I mean, I guess that's self-explanatory. That's why it's called protected pass pawn. But basically, it just ties down the king. Whereas my king is not tied down. My king can kind of watch over this pawn, also threaten these pawns on the queen side. And eventually there's going to be some type of position where he's just forced into a fatal concession. So that's an interesting endgame to see how that could have transpired. Note that at this point, this is like an interesting... This is only tactically possible, because otherwise this pawn would hang, but I'm on the knight. And if the knight moves, let's say he doesn't want to give me that protected pass pawn, the knight moves here, take the bishop, pawn takes. Now I have a passed pawn. This is probably better. This is probably better than the other situation. Just based on my own human positional judgment, this is better. And for the simple reason that I don't have that extremely dominant passed pawn that I did before. I do have a passed pawn, but it's not defended. Notice the analysis isn't like slowly creeping up like I did before. It's pretty much staying at 0.68. And in fact, this suggests that if I move back here, the analysis will probably switch to knight c7 eventually.
It's 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it's now switching to knight c7. So then you have that one. But that's like some very interesting endgame possibilities at the end there. I was obviously, I was down at this point. He was down with this move. This was bad for him. This weak forward push. But overall, a very interesting Catalan game with some interesting ideas. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.